Parenting, man, there's no good guide for it. It doesn't matter how much you think you know, it always takes you by surprise. My name is Michelle, if you're new here. I'm a woman in her 30s. I'm a single mother. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I'm an immigrant from Cameroon to the US over 20 years ago, and I'm a tourist. And on this channel, we're going to be discussing aspects of all of that. I want to talk about parenting today. My son just came back. He was spending time with my family. He was there for 2 nights, and I had packed for 2 nights because I wasn't sure whether or not he will want to stay the whole 2 nights or not. Lately, whenever he's been going after one night, he's like, "I want to come home." And for longer than that, he's been like, when I've asked him if he wanted to stay more than one night, he's always been like, "Nope, I don't want to." And I think part of it is because he's the youngest over there, and everybody's busy doing a variety of things. His grandmas are busy, his aunt, his uncles, they're all busy doing their own things. So he spends most of his time over there watching TV and kind of being bored. Um, um, and he misses his toys, and he misses me, and he misses having his favorite things close by. So he doesn't like to stay very long. Um, so every now and then, and the reason we live in Kansas is because family is here. When I had him, uh, we lived in California for 2 years, and I had family coming out there and visit and stay with us. Grandma, she stayed with us for a while, and then she had to go back. And I was working during COVID, and then after that at school, and then just juggling everything was a lot. And then I figured that, yeah, if I wanted to, that I wanted to give him a life that involved his family, right? And already having just one parent is difficult, and for him to just be him and I didn't want that. So I packed up, and then we came to Kansas. I bought us a house, and we live 30 minutes from my parents. And yeah, it's a good deal every now and then. And I'm so glad I did that, even though living in Kansas is not my favorite thing to do. But I felt like I needed to do that for him, but also for myself, because living over here, I have the privilege that every now and then, when I'm feeling overstimulated, when I need a break, when I need a weekend to myself, when I just want to go to bed whatever time at whatever time I want and wake up at whatever time I want, without somebody jumping in my bed and waking me up and starting to make all sorts of crazy noises that leave me feeling overstimulated first thing in the morning. I can just be like, "Hey, let's go to grandma's house." And sometimes he wants to, sometimes he doesn't. I try to listen to him and follow his lead with that. Sometimes when I don't have anything to do, or if I'm not overly stressed, if I just genuinely just want him to spend time with family, um, I won't listen if he says no. But every now and then, I'll listen. If he doesn't want to go, that's okay. I'll keep him at home. But it's so important, and I'm so glad that I have this family over here that I can just go drop him off at, and they're trustworthy, and they take excellent care of him, and I don't have to worry about anything for that duration of time. A lot of the time it's just during the weekend. Today's Monday, and it's President's Day, and he didn't have school today. We had a long weekend. um, I had original plan to drop him off on Thursday, the day he was sick, and he didn't want to go because he wasn't feeling well. So I kept him home on Friday, and then I took him on Saturday with the hope of, with the intention of picking him up at night, Saturday night, and then I called, uh, and he said he won't. No, I dropped him off on Saturday with the intention of picking him up on Sunday night. And then when I called, he said he wanted to stay another night. So I was like, "Yay, kudos to me." And it is glorious, glorious to just be home by myself. It's so nice. Like yesterday, I, excuse me, I spent the whole day. Uh, I slept in until like 9 something, and then I was on my phone just scrolling endlessly. And then I ran and did errands by myself, and it was so nice. Not, "Mama, I want this. Mama, I want to push the cart. Mama, Mama, can we do this? Mama, why is this happening? Mama, what's that? Mama, this, Mama, that. It was so nice to just be able to drive through my little car through the grocery store and just pick up what I want and keep moving while listening to my park. I was able to finish reading my book, the latest book I was reading, because I didn't need to focus on anything else besides what I was doing, right? That was wonderful. And then I got home and then I did the cleaning, I was mopping, I was vacuuming. I didn't cook, but I did laundry, and it was just me and my thoughts and my book or my music or my podcast, no interruptions. And then after that, I made myself food, and then I just sat on the couch and watched the Cosby Show for the rest of the evening while working on my hair. I do my own hair. And I went to bed after midnight because I knew I could sleep in the morning. I didn't have to wake up even earlier to take him to school this morning. And it was so nice. I love being a parent. Don't take me wrong. I love my son. I wouldn't trade him for anything at all. But it's just like, man, it can get overstimulating at times. It can get so overstimulating. And he's 6 and he has 1,000 questions. And literally everything I ask him to do, I have to have a reason why. And sometimes even when I provide an explanation, like, can you take this Play-Doh in the kitchen so we can wash it? The next sentence out of his mouth is why. It's like, what do you mean why? So we can wash it and it's clean. It's time to go to bed. Can I have 5 more minutes, please? Oh, can you play? So this is the way my week goes during the week. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. and I go downstairs and exercise until 7:40. Sometimes he wakes up and he meets me down there, and as soon as he comes down there, he wants to play on the treadmill. Either that or he's stacking up some of the weights and getting in my way, and I have to be careful. Like, don't hurt yourself, don't do that. And then either that or he's asking me if he can go watch TV. He knows I don't want like him watching TV in the morning, but he knows because I'm busy, he's catching me at that time where I don't want distractions. So he tries to sneak in there. Sometimes I say yes, sometimes I say no. Yeah, I know we need to walk on that boundary. uh, After that, I have to run upstairs, or we have to run upstairs and take a shower immediately. So that's a series of get in the shower, get in the shower, get in the shower, get in the shower. And then when he gets in the shower, he doesn't want to get out. If I just left him, he'll be in there for 10 to 15 minutes. So after 5 minutes, I have to be after him and be like, hey, you need to get out. It's time to get out. It's time to get out. I need to get him a clock actually so that he can just something that he can just hit when he gets in the shower and hit again once it goes off so he can come out. Sure, I need to add that to my Amazon list. Get him a clock so he because he's always like, I don't know how much time I'm supposed to be in there, which he's not wrong about, but we need to fix that. So there's that, and then it's like, what do you want to eat for breakfast? And every time when I think he wants to eat a specific thing, he wants to eat something else, and then I have to make his breakfast, make my breakfast, pack his lunch, and then be running constantly, and then get him out of the house. He starts school at 8:50, and then I try to drop him off around 8:35, 8:40, and that gives me 20 minutes to just kind of come back and if I haven't eaten, have my breakfast and then take 5, 10 minutes to drink my coffee before I go upstairs to my office. And I would walk. He finishes school at 3:50, and typically around that time, sometimes I still have patients, and the patients who like to chat. They end right at 3:50. So when I'm scheduling patients, I have to be careful of who I'm scheduling in that window so that I can get out a little bit earlier because I get out, the school is like 2 minutes by car, even a minute actually, it's not far. So I'm rushing over there and picking him up and then rushing back and making him something to eat. And then we eat together because that's when I take my lunch. That's when my lunch is scheduled for the day. Otherwise, between um uh 7:30, 8:30 when I have breakfast, unless I just run downstairs and grab something really quickly to eat, or if patients not show up, or the visit end early. Otherwise, I don't have a scheduled lunch until 3:50. So all that time I'm walking, my brain is going, right? And then I pick him up, I come home, we eat, and then I have a 30 minutes lunch, and then I run upstairs and finish my day while he watches TV for a little bit. And then when I finish my day, my work day, so I have after he gets home, I only have 1 more hour left to walk technically, unless I need to like finish some notes and stuff like that. And then I come downstairs, TV off, and then of course as soon as he turns the TV off, Mama, can you play? It's like, what do you mean you want to play? I just finished my work day. It's been 10 hours where I've been running. My brain has been constantly overstimulated. No, I need time to rest. So I would take a few minutes to rest while he's on the side playing with something and constantly like, Mama, can we do this? Mama, can we play? Mama, can we play? Another boundary that we're working on setting. I'm glad the weather is a little bit nicer because when it's nicer like this, what happens is that I will take him to the park and he will be running around, burning all that energy, playing with other kids. The park is within walking distance. It's like 7 minutes to actually get to the playground in the park, so it's actually very handy. Uh, it's we spend a lot of time there, and I just love that so much for us because he's bigger now, so he gets to spend as much time as he wants. He's safe on all of the playground toys over there, all the stations. He's safe, and when there's kids over there for him to play with, best thing ever. He plays well with other kids, so I just let him spend his energy while I go rest. Either I walk around and just kind of keep an eye on him while listening to a podcast or listening to music, depending on how tired my brain is, and just keep an eye on him while he spends all that energy. But during the winter, it's more challenging because, of course, it's quite freezing for the times when it's freezing outside, and I can't take him outside. So, what he had this remote control car recently that we've been playing with it. While driving the car around, you can let it touch you. So we'll play with them like 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll pull out some bubbles and we'll just like blow them around and try to pop them to keep them occupied for 5, 10 minutes. And then we'll go. Recently, also, we started going down in the basement and playing soccer. He's kind of kicking the ball around. And yes, again, spend the goal is to just have him spend all that energy, has or at least as much of the energy as possible. When I can, although but sometimes I can't because I'm just exhausted and I just have to lay on the couch for a few minutes in the living room and just let my brain keep spinning the way it is while it's calm itself while I attempt to. And then with the constant noise on the side, it continues with the overstimulation. So my days can be pretty long. And then after we play, yeah, teeth brushing and then getting ready for bed, and that's another solid like hour and a half or something because he wants me to read to him, which I enjoy doing. Right, it's our bonding time, and we cuddle and read. And right now, I'm trying to do this thing where when there's words that he should know already, we're trying to sound it out so that he can say the word. I'm hoping that that's going to help him get better with reading. He's a little bit behind on the reading. He's excellent at math. The For his level, addition, subtraction, that's not even a problem at all. He got that. But the reading, it's a struggle. So we need to work on that. We need to continue to work on that. So that's something I'm trying to do right now. He loves for me to read to him, but as far as him himself reading, it's it's he I don't know if he struggles or he's just not interested. We're working on that resilience too, because at 6 years old, there's a lot of things that he's not even willing to try. He just wants to say he doesn't know how to. And we've been working on telling him that no, you just haven't mastered it yet, right? You have to start somewhere. Everybody has to start learning from somewhere. and nobody just gets up one day and knows how to do the things that they're wanting to learn how to do. So we're trying to work on that. I was listening to a podcast this morning. Richie Mensa, I think he's a Ghanaian podcaster that I discovered recently. He's great, and yeah, on today's episode that I was listening to, he had brought his mother on the podcast. He credits her for the positive way that he's turned out his success. And she was a teacher, and on it she discusses how important it is to get involved with kids in general, ask them questions, have conversations with them, how to keep them engaged as far as the kind of toys that they play with, um, uh, and what else, and just kind of being present with them, the importance of discipline, which we're trying to work on that also. My son had we had parent teacher conferences at school last week, and they said they were pretty happy with the way he is, with the way he seamlessly was able to get back reintroduced into the system after having gone to school in Cameroon for a little bit. And they were like, no, he's acting as if there had been no disruption whatsoever. And I was glad for that. Um, because I was not too worried, but a little bit worried, right? Because there's just no way to not be worried, like when it comes to something like that. The people already had friends. I know that's something that kind of bothered him a little bit for the first few days. It's one of the kids from the playground who is in his class. And when he saw him in class, he was incredibly excited and happy to be in the class with him. But the little boy, he's a little social butterfly, so he's all over the place. Uh, and my son was a little bit sad about that because he was like, he has other friends. I'm not his only friend. But he hasn't mentioned that again since then. And he has this other friend at school who keeps giving him presents. Uh, we're trying to figure out how to get him something that he can get to that friend also, so it can be reciprocal. Oh, what else? And he has a few other people in the community that he plays with whenever we gather once a month for a meeting. They're coming here this Sunday. Actually, I'm the one who's going to be hosting. Well, I'm not the one. We're using my house, but it's not the. I'm not the one who's technically hosting. Um, uh, but I'm looking forward to that. There's gonna be kids for him to play with. So we're building a way. We're making our way out here. We randomly ran into some other kids, black kids from his school, out of school recently. So the parent and I exchanged numbers. But apparently they're really busy. But my hope is that hopefully they can become friends. There's not a lot of black people around us, and it would be nice for him to have that kind of influence also. So we work on that. Um, uh, yeah, we're finding our way. We're finding our rhythms. I'm trying to get him more in the kitchen to cook with me. He enjoys that. I bought him excuse me, his cooking, his little cutting board and his utensils sometime maybe 2 years ago. So he likes to pull that out when we are cooking and uses his tools to cut things. And I'm trying to get him in the kitchen also as far as actually on the stove and cooking things. We made some fried rice the other day. He enjoys that. When we make pancakes, he likes to do that. He doesn't so well. Actually, yeah, he likes to measure the batter and then he likes to turn it and then pour it over. And he's trying to master flipping the pancakes already. And he's able to recognize when the pancake is ready. He can make his own smoothies. Um, what's he knows how to put his own TV. He can brush his teeth. He can shower. He can clothe himself. And when I think about all that, I'm just like, wow, my baby's growing up. He's 6 years old. And it's just like mind blowing, right? It's like it wasn't that long ago. He was just a tiny baby. And then now he's able to do all of these things by himself. And he's been watching Minecraft on YouTube. So because of that, his vocabulary is actually pretty advanced. I have to be careful, of course. So every now and then I go through and just kind of watch the things that he watched to make sure I've censored a lot of videos, a lot of channels from his channel because a lot of violence on YouTube, a lot of violence and all of those things. So I blocked a lot of them, but he enjoys it and it's good for his vocabulary. His teacher actually told me that he knows a lot of really big words. I was too ashamed to be like, yeah, he's learning it them through Minecraft. So I was just like, oh, okay. But he knows a lot of big words because of Minecraft. So I guess TV is paying off somehow. I'm considering buying him another tablet. Because the first one he had, he broke it. After 3 years, it lasted him a while, so it was fine. I need to buy him another one. But I think on that one, I'm not going to have YouTube. I think I'll just have some learning games that he can play every night when we're out on the road and stuff. Because he gets pretty bored when we're out on the road. So I think I would do that. And I was looking at some swimming classes today. I would like for him to go back to swimming. And then I was also looking at some karate class for him to do to teach him a little bit of discipline. Um, I think about music. I know they're going to be learning music in school. I don't know what grade. And I don't know. I go back and forth on whether or not I should just look for something. But I think I'll just wait for him to start learning music in school and he can learn it that way. He's done 2 years of soccer already. He is not big about the game itself, but he likes getting the trophy and the medallion at the end. So he goes for that. Um, so he's looking forward to playing soccer again because of that. And then my plan is that this summer when I go to play tennis, he'll go with me and teach him the basics. So yeah, we have a full life. It's not glamorous by any means, but it's plenty of things. And he's learning and growing, and I'm learning and growing, making mistakes and learning from them, hopefully, and just keep on going. My baby's 6 years old already. That is incredible. Yeah. And he looks securely attached. When we go to places where he's comfortable, he just goes and does his thing and just checks in with me every now and then. But when he's not comfortable, he will stay close by and just come back and check on me more often. But for the most part, because of the lifestyle we have, he's found himself in many situations where he's new. So the discomfort that comes from being in new situations is not as bad for him as it is for other kids. He's been in a number of new situations to him, and I like that for him. And that contributed in a way to him reestablishing himself in school over here and doing well. So I'm not sorry for that at all. Um, the home is stable. We have a stable home. We have our routines. He's been living in this house already for more than half his life already by this point. So good. Yeah, and it's safe. Yeah, parenting. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting how these little creatures change your life for the better, I think. In my experience, it's been for the better. And I would like more. I like at least one more kid. Share that love with. Yeah. Anyway, what are some unique things you do with your kids, if you have any, or that you wish you'll be able to do with your kids someday? Please share. And like and comment so we can keep the conversation going. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Bye.